Okay, so I'm going to show you how I've been teaching him down, okay? So you can lure with food, which is great for when you have a little tiny puppy who's 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks old. But when they start getting to be 3 months old, 4 months old, 5 months old, they start challenging you a little bit. And to save your back from having back problems, you have the leash to utilize, okay? So what I do, he knows the simple concept of down. I'm going to simply put leash pressure on, down, and that's going to help guide him to a down. And then I'm going to have my foot on it for a few seconds so that he doesn't automatically pop out of position and around the distractions that are around him.
The only relevance is to get a
Break. Try to put him down again. Sit. Sit. Here. Down. So again, having the leash pressure on means that I'm giving him a guideline as to what he can and can't do. So if he tries to pop up, he will simply correct himself. I don't have to overcorrect. And as he understands the concept of what he needs to do and to have that impulse control to handle himself in that down position, then I will start to loosen the leash pressure and eventually take my foot off. But as soon as I take the foot off with a puppy like this, a lot of times he's going to bounce up. Not always, but sometimes he'll bounce up. And when I'm going from one transition to another, then I do want to back up and then say, break. Good boy. So he knows that the transition is finished. Sit. Good. Down. So you can see there, all I used was a little bit of leash pressure, and he immediately went down because we've been practicing this for a few days now. And again, slowly take my foot off. If he bounces automatically out of there really quick, I would simply put my foot back on here, give leash pressure, and make him go back down to that position. Down. Good boy. Good. Good. So lots of natural distractions to kind of help teach him that no matter who is walking by with what or on what, whether it be a bicycle, a dog, or a person or whatever, he still needs to obey and listen. And again, he can learn to chill out when there are things around him that would normally distract him and cause him some type of anxiety or some type of hyperness to want to go and greet every person. He's a puppy, he's friendly, but again, not everyone wants to meet the dog, and your dog shouldn't meet everyone. We teach our children about safety around dogs and safety around adults. We should be teaching our dogs the same thing. So just because a stranger comes into the area and wants to meet your dog, doesn't mean that that's a candidate for your meeting your dog, okay? You do it on a case-by-case basis. And a dog has to be okay by being beside you and handling that distraction, being in the environment around them without carrying on like crazy and without assuming that they get to meet that person, okay? Because sometimes it's not appropriate. All right.